Okay, well, that is a sugar mama situation. Well, what's
No. We met on Bumble.
Strangers on the internet.
Huh? Are you actually a dumb
I don't think I'm understanding.
He's actually a dumb.
It would be over 5,800.
This is actually happening right now in my life. Are you able to process situations that are happening in real time?
Yeah.
I think your mother didn't breathe enough and had a lack of oxygen when you were in the womb, dude.
It could be true.
You guys are horrible. The tools to change your life have just been upgraded. Download my budgeting app, rebranded to DollarWise today, and start your free trial. Sign up for the annual version, and I'll send you my budget-friendly cookbook that can't be purchased anywhere else, and I'll personally sign it and mail it directly to you. Download the DollarWise budgeting app today and take advantage of your free trial. Megan and Will, welcome back to Financial Audit. So what has it been? It's been like 5 months. We uploaded you in February. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for coming back in. You guys are in Fort Worth, 34, 36. He's very excited about turning 37. He's preemptively giving me the 37 before we started. So yeah, I mean, they saw the recap at the beginning of the episode, so we don't need to go through that too much. But I'd love to just hear, how's life been going? 5 months, 4 months. What's going on in life?
I mean, we're doing pretty good. We moved in together last month.
New apartment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Against your
Cool.
advice, but
Well,
here
you
we
know,
are.
Love is love is love is love.
Love.
Yeah, is he
Yeah.
playing with his trains still?
Yep, still playing with the trains.
Still working on the trains.
Sure you are.
yeah.
Well, I'm not 100% confident on that, but okay. Bring the mic to your face. Totally good. Now just bring it in. Bring it to you. There you go. Cool. Okay, so how's living together for a month?
It's been going pretty good. I think it was a pretty smooth adjustment. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. She moved in with me like a month before. Because her lease was up before mine.
Yep.
And so we kind of had like 2 moves, but yeah,
It worked.
it's working out.
We made
good.
it work out. Yeah.
And how's it with the kids? Because I know you have one, right? And then you're paying child support for kids as well.
Yeah. So I get mine on the weekends and stuff like that.
Yeah. So how's that whole situation with moving in together and everything?
It's okay. I mean, my son has his own room, and then when his son comes to visit, he'll, share a room with my son, and they get along great. And then his daughter's here visiting from Michigan, so she'll be here for a month.
Now, how are we doing bills? How are we doing food? How are we doing utilities? How are we doing rent? How are we doing in this new living situation?
Well, she has decided that I give her $600 every time I get paid. So that's $1,200 a month from me, and that covers my side of the bills.
Now, tell me about the lease breaking. Were we able to figure that out? What happened?
No. So I owe, I think, like $3,500.
So we're adding that to the debt.
So that's the only new debt I have acquired.
Well,
is that
okay, well,
landlord
it's
debt.
still a debt.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't necessarily want you to break the lease. I mean, there's definitely different ways. Okay.
I think
So why did we really jump? Why did we jump? What was the jump?
Well, he was living in a 1-bedroom apartment. It was unrealistic for, me to move in with him with my son.
Yeah.
That just wasn't going to work. We did it temporarily, of course, but my
And
son...
how was that 1 month?
It was difficult because my son was sleeping on the couch. He's coming home from work at 11 o'clock at night, like eating dinner in bed with the lights off in the dark. It was hard for everybody. So, with the money that we're saving, with the rent where we are now, it'll be much more manageable. We both feel like that we'll be able to, pay off this other stuff.
Yeah. I hope so, because the total household debt at the time was like $100,000, just under by like what, $1,500 or so. And then also a big concern with moving in together and why I wanted things to work out. Mr. William was not able to even guess how much money came in or went out. Couldn't even guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the finances for the house, now that we're living together, is this month 2? This is month 2, right, of living together?
Our lease started May 17th.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So with that, then we're on month 3 total because you moved in with him before, right? So
Right.
with the guy who can't even guess what's coming in and out, how's the budgeting of the household going? Wait, remind me how long you guys have been dating. I did forget that.
Since August. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
a year. 10 months.
Okay. Well, everyone can move at their own pace. That's fine. That's fine. Not too worried about that, but he couldn't answer.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was caught off guard because definitely we
Okay, on the
got
finance show?
I know.
On the finance show,
Yeah.
asking how much went in and went out? I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
I know. And it was something that we laughed at afterwards. I was like, babe,
So did the
really?
audience.
Yes, I know. We're like, babe, like, how could you?
I read the
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, he scrolled.
The big fear, well, we're telling you not to, but yeah, because the internet can be a brutal place. But I am happy to have you guys back. But the big fear is, again, you guys were assuming every single little thing would go 100% right, no flaws, no issues. Has any flaws popped up? It's only been 4 or 5 months, so it's like, okay, not a lot of time for flaws to pop up. Doesn't mean that they haven't. Has anything popped up?
Right.
Well, breaking the lease.
That was one. I mean,
That's,
that was
and that's an
major.
expensive one. If we're already $100,000 in debt, I don't think getting $3,500 is good.
No.
So,
Yeah. No, but I think, they're offering to put us, put him, right? Because it's under his name, put him on like a payment plan type of deal. So
Yeah.
we're
I
going to work
guess,
it out.
but he was even borrowing you money for his rent
I
sometimes.
know, but
I've
he's
paid her
paid,
back.
he's paid me back $1,000.
Well, good, but even still, that's someone we're confident moving in with? Has he
I
fully
mean-
met his obligation in the single month of rent we've had to pay?
Yes.
Okay.
There's been no hesitation, nothing. At this point, I've used one of my checking accounts as the house account. I have direct deposit where, $250 or $240 every paycheck goes into that house account. So it's $1,200 for me, and then he does his $1,200 a month into there. And then
And you haven't borrowed another 500% interest loan
I
to
have
pay
not.
for that
I
rent,
have
right?
not, and never again. Yeah.
but one of them was just paid off last month, and the second one is
Good.
due to be paid off this month.
They said
Better
I had a
be.
good offer, though. They had a
Stop.
good offer for me.
Is he being genuine? Is he being
Yeah, no.
serious? Like, I don't
I'm
know
just
what this
joking.
guy.
I'm just joking.
I don't know what this guy.
It was an exciting offer, they said.
No.
Like, okay.
No, I'll tell her that, and she'll be like, just shake.
Oh, you
Delete it.
will tell her that.
Yeah.
He does. It's,
you know,
it's
just
a joke.
in front of him.
No.
Yeah.
In front of him. Let him just go to town, make him think like he's working. We're paying him, right? Us as the taxpayers, we're paying him, and then you put a train in front of him, and that's his job.
Well, my company pays me, So,
Okay. And you're confident it's not named Thomas. It doesn't have a name.
well, no.
So financially, how was life looked?
I think things are looking good. I mean, as you'll see in my stuff, I've closed 3 credit cards.
All right.
I did do a balance transfer for one, but
I'm not considering that a win then, but it
But-
could help.
it's a
You do it right.
$0 interest rate.
It's a
For
$0.
18
Okay, so
or
0%.
0%. I'm sorry, that's what I meant. 0% interest rate for 18 months, and I have it planned
but-
out to be paid off before
And
that
you better
ends.
because
Yes.
what even with like just the energy you're using around it, it's like, oh, I made this progress.
I know.
I made this progress. The debt is still there. It's at a lower interest rate. We can celebrate that. But what that
Yeah.
also allows is if you didn't close it, but did you close the previous card?
Yes, that was one that I closed.
Oh, okay. Because if you didn't, what happens is people usually build them back up if we don't change the behavior.
And that's why I closed those 3 because it would be less temptation
Good.
for me to swipe.
Good.
Yeah.
Credit is good. Credit cards can be good. And it's a dangerous tool to those who can't control it. Okay?
Yeah.
It is like if I had a Donald's fry dispenser in my house, it would be the worst thing that anyone could possibly imagine. I'd have to throw it away or else I'd use it. All right, financial audit community, we're going to come together right now and we're going to do a little bit of self-reflection and confessing on my behalf. For the last couple of years, I've been launching educational programs each quarter or so. And then we also launched our budgeting app. And tens of thousands of people have taken these programs and more than tens of thousands of people have downloaded the budgeting app. The fact is, as someone who wanted to go to college to educate people, I love working with professionals and making these programs that actually change people's lives. But the confession and realization is the more and more we make and the more I want to make to educate people on certain topics, the more expensive it's all getting. So I sat down with my team a few months ago and we started brainstorming a solution on this. We decided to rebrand kind of everything we're working on for the future, and we've brought it all in as DollarWise. You got the budgeting app version, and then you got the education version. And what we're doing right now is bundling it all together for literally 80% off. That is 80% off. And we're calling it DollarWise Central. You get all of our educational programs that we've made and the premium version of our budgeting app, all for one singular price. Again, it's literally 80% off at dollarwise.com. Those links are also in the description below. Tens of thousands of people have changed their lives. You can too, and now for a lot cheaper. Go to dollarwise.com. Yeah, I mean, it was just endless credit cards. Megan, you had 3 credit cards. Will, you had 3 credit cards. Then we had loans. Will, Megan, Will's family loan, Megan's student loans, Megan's personal loans. It was just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I had Megan's savings. I had no retirement across the board, right?
Yeah, I don't have anything like that.
Of course,
no retirement.
We're in our mid to upper 30s.
Right.
It's a problem.
It's a very big problem. Where's the conversation around marriage and longevity? Anything?
Well, when we first got together, that was something that we talked about. He's got a 2-year plan, so I'm on board with it.
We first got together, so it's a 1 year now.
Right.
What's supposed to happen in 1 year?
At 2 years, he would know if he wants to propose or not.
Such a weird thing.
And
You've decided this. Well, so first date. Hey, you gotta.
I said, no,
2 year.
No, that's not what I said. I
Hey,
said,
hello Siri. Please start a 2-year timer.
you
This
have
got a
years.
clock.
Yeah. No,
What?
I said at 2 years you should know. Like,
Okay.
you should know if you're going to propose or not. That's how I
Well,
feel.
we got a year left.
She has a year left. She's doing pretty good.
No, we're living together.
So yeah.
It would be really inconvenient for her if it goes the other way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for her kid.
Yeah.
You guys aren't making a kid, are you?
No,
She can't.
I
she
can't have kids.
Make kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, but usually with like the with like the specials,
Wow.
those swimmers run hard, man. You might be able
Yeah.
to triumph over some nature.
Well, genes are strong,
They really do flow, man. They really do. Yeah, I mean, just all these debts. Let's look at these accounts. Capital One Venture. Well, this was Megan's card. It was at $2,643.64. It was at a 0% interest rate, but I see a $0 balance here. What happened here?
That's the one I transferred.
Okay. Well,
So
and we're not
just crumple
gonna
it
just
up
be like
and throw
woo
it at
woo
her.
woo.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Discover It was at $401 at a 25.49% interest rate. Okay, Discover It. It's at $1,802.
Okay, so
That is an increase.
I know that one is my worst one, but I had to put my cat down, unfortunately. So
yeah,
there's some
that's
of that.
really sad, and I'm
That was
sorry you had
I
to do
know.
that.
No, it wasn't on my cat, but I had to put my cat down. And then there was the tickets that I had previously bought that were on my bank
Post
statements
Malone.
last time. Yes, I sold those for better seats. So
Which is
I
more
know.
important than paying off debt.
But I took that money
It was
and
a
I
good
used
concert.
it towards. I know. I used it towards
for better seats. It costs more money, right?
no, because they're on the resale market. So,
So you sold your tickets, which were worse seats for.
I broke even
You just didn't put the
Okay.
money on the card.
for not at that point.
So a
no.
substantial increase.
I know for that.
That,
one.
and the cat thing is sad. Do not get me wrong, and I fully understand that, and that I am really sorry about that. But listen, I mean, I got Spirit Airlines on here for $234, so
that was
is
to help his daughter
yeah.
come down.
Yeah.
okay. But you put it on a credit card, accruing interest. Like you got me with the cat thing, and then my response to the Spirit Airlines is, off.
I know.
Like,
That's my worst. Yeah, that's
Pet
my
Smart,
worst situation.
$19. That's
I needed like food or something for my. I don't know what that
and then
was.
SeatGeek tickets. That was $350. I mean, just this year so far, at this 25.24% interest rate.
Yeah, that's my worst one.
$137 in interest gone, stolen.
I know.
So, to be clear, so far debt has only gone up with the breaking of the lease and a credit card, which has increased by what, 150%? Okay, Capital One Saver. Megan's has $727.77 was last time. There's $124. This one is a lot lower. Okay. I do like to see that. Unfortunately, completely ruined with how much you put on that other card. So still, mathematically has not made sense. But $25 minimum monthly payment. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm confused. Okay, there was no balance, and then you spent $124.11. What's happening?
Okay. I don't know about that one. I can...
Kid to kid, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, O'Reilly. And listen, if you have to spend money, if we have to go into debt to put our cat down, we're not going to McDonald's.
Well, see, I feel bad sometimes when my son, he wants to grab food between school and karate. And so that's how that ends up happening. I know.
Lunch. What are we talking about here?
I know.
Here, kid, go kick things for 3 hours just to make up for how many calories I'm about to put inside of you.
Yeah. I guess I just feel bad sometimes, and that's what he asks for.
I'd feel bad if I wasn't. Well, yeah, because you're allowing it. And you know if he asks, he's going to get it. Now he's going to throw tantrums a few times. How old is he?
He's almost 12. So I don't think
he won't be upset, but he'll be upset. He'll be like,
Yeah, maybe.
He can make his own, lunch too, you know?
Yeah, just pack some food.
Yeah,
no, it's definitely something we have to work on.
Feastables thing, and the kid will have a 12-year-old version of a nut. He's just gonna go crazy. Feastables is everything. Okay.
Yeah.
The O'Reilly thing, fine, but everything in here is just bull. How do you pay this off every month?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna cross off the balance. But listen, that's $124 that for taking out debt to put our cat down, which again is sad. I feel bad about.
No, I get it.
We're not going to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay, William.
Sir.
$1,662 on an Apple Card at 26.49% last time. Buddy, you sent me a screenshot of a Gmail.
So he didn't have a statement for that.
Yeah.
They gave him a deal where he got set up on a payment plan.
It's in your wallet, right? Right there?
No, they took it off.
They took it off or you took it off?
Yeah, they took it off because I didn't pay them.
Well,
it is down by half. More than half.
They said that they'll settle for $800.
Whew, yeah, it's $722.15. Chunky payments though. $144. Is it at a lower interest because of this plan?
It was just $144 for 6 months.
And then it'd be paid off.
And then it's
but at no interest or
that's it. That's just what it is.
That's no interest.
No interest.
No interest. That was the question I was asking.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You still struggle with the questions, William.
They're hard.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's good. That's by half. That's good.
Yeah. Well, it's forced payments, but I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm glad you made the effort to go in there and call. Your debt has only gone up so far on the credit cards. We do have the other loans. We'll see. Okay, William, Capital One Quicksilver. You're at $1,018.10 at a 28.74% interest rate. This one has not really budged.
No, I'm just doing the minimum payments on that. Yeah. And
which, I mean, if that's our debt payoff strategy, we can do that. That makes sense. Unfortunately, I would like to see a little bit of... We'll have to see the full context of the situation.
Yeah.
Because, again, so far we're talking... What? $900 in 5 months? But either way, it's at $1,092.88. Minimum monthly payment, $44. We've had a late fee this year so far. Did I call that out last time?
Probably.
Was it before last time or was it between last time and this time?
Probably between.
Why would you have a late payment after coming on this show? I put you in a position, man. Gave you educational resources. Gave you the budgeting app forever.
Yeah, I think my auto pay was turned off for some reason, and I went and turned it back on.
Why would it be off?
I don't know.
I've got a soft spot for creative ideas that never see the light of day. You write them down, forget about them, and they live forever in your notes app. But today's sponsor, InVideo AI, is changing that. Because now, you don't need a studio, a team, or even editing experience to bring those ideas to life. InVideo AI is the only tool out there that lets you create full-length videos using generative AI. No clips, no templates, full freaking videos. Let me show you how crazy it is. I asked it to make a minute-long video about what would happen if the tax system ceased to exist today.
What if you woke up tomorrow and taxes had vanished? Hospitals would shut down, leaving millions without healthcare. Schools would close, halting education for an entire generation. Emergency services, gone. roads would crumble, and public transportation would vanish into thin air.
I didn't draw a single frame or touch an editing timeline, and I want to tweak it. I just type. That's it. InVideo handles the rest. You're not editing clips. You're directing your own movie. InVideo removes all the friction and lets you focus on your vision. It's honestly game-changing. They already have 10 million users across 150 plus countries. Y'all need to jump on this train. You can try InVideo AI for free by using the link in the description and by using the code FINANCIALAUDIT50 to get double the video generation credits for your first month. Let's get back to the show. Did you guys take any of our the budgeting or the debt class?
Yeah, we
or
did
the investing class?
budget.
The budget class?
No. Did we?
Well, I went through budgeting and
We did
investing. I
Cool.
think you just did the budgeting.
Well,
Yeah.
budgeting, that's a good start. Okay. And you guys are doing on the app?
Yeah, I'm set up on the app, and we've been working together with the spreadsheet,
Good.
like
That
the
comes with the class,
budgeting,
yeah.
spreadsheet stuff. Yeah.
Well, by the time this one comes out, that's all been rebranded to DollarWise. And with that, we're making like a new class, a new educational class, like every month, every other month. You guys get access to DollarWise Central, which includes all of that forever. So you guys get that. And for a lower cost, instead of buying them all individually, it's a much lower cost. Just join that link in the description below. You get the premium version of the app. You also get all of our educational material we make and have made. But I'm glad to hear you've started going through some of them. Quicksilver, I'm seeing 0.
I think that one's mine.
Was this a repeat of what?
We both have a
Is this
Quicksilver
a new
card.
card?
No,
Hold on. Discover it, Capital One.
it might have been at 0 before, and I think
Okay, and it just wasn't. Clear.
Yes.
Okay. Cabela's, here it is. Cabela's, 495 is what you had last time. 393. You purchased as much as you put on it. What are we doing, Will?
Yeah, I don't know. But
No, what are you doing, Will? It's gone up. No, it's gone down.
it's gone down a little bit.
By
But
$1.
I'm
By $1.
focusing on like my loans and one side.
Yeah, but why are you
have
putting?
those
No. Why are you purchasing what you put on it?
I
What you
know.
put towards it? No. What are you? Why are you purchasing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would
because
you
he
like to
probably
speak
ran
for
out
him?
of. I was gonna say probably ran out of his paycheck money and needed
For
something.
Chipotle and going in and getting some bullshit.
Chipotle.
What are we doing? What are we doing, man?
Trying to get the gains. Trying to get my macros and my protein.
Move the mic to your face. Well, you like to take it everywhere but your mouth.
Lord.
But you can't listen. You're not going to make any progress if the amount that you put towards the card you immediately replenish with spending.
I know. I need to just hide those cards away and just pay them off.
Freedom, that must have been a 0 last time. Okay. Same with, wait, what is this? What is this slate edge?
That's the balance transfer where it went to.
Okay, so
Well, I told you I transferred
just on
it.
credit cards alone, haven't looked at the loans, but credit cards, you've only made negative progress.
Yeah.
You've made positive. Not much, but you've only made negative.
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
don't
I guess so.
disagree?
No, I'm not disagreeing.
Okay, slate edge, $2,578 is the balance, $40 minimum to payment, but you're making $100, and that's what you need to make in order to do interest free.
It's gonna get bumped up to like 150 to 200 when I get my other cards, something else paid off, so I can push more
And
money.
of course,
towards
you've
that.
had a fee for the transfer, but it's next year though. Okay, that ends in 16 months.
the end of 26.
You know how much you got to pay on that?
Yeah,
to
180
pay off?
Yeah.
180.
Yeah.
180 a month.
180 a month, which means you're gonna have to do catch up when you're not making enough now. Okay, well, we had a credit ninja at 1,000. That looks gone.
Gone.
Good, well done. What happened there? What'd you do?
It was just the payments.
Made the payments.
Just
Yeah.
the payments, the short-term high interest loans. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Often loan. That must be this, right? That was at 1,568.
Is that the op?
Op. Yeah.
My ops.
Is op? What's the status of op?
$300 left.
Okay, so down from 1,568 to 300.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that. That's just making payments.
Yeah.
Normal payments. Okay. Then Will Avient, you had $3,842, 31.08%. That's horrendous. This has only gone up. No, it's gone down. It went down.
Whoa.
I can read numbers. Barely though. $3,248.21. Have you only made the minimums on this? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing more than minimums for you, other than, well, I guess a little on the Apple Card because you made a deal though. Will best day get 3,538 at 20%. We are at total balance. Sometimes a little hard to find.
It's in the middle. Current balance 2,700 something.
Okay, that was his normal payments as well, right?
Yep.
2,736.48. All right, well, you had an Upstart. I don't see it. Is it gone?
That's been paid off.
Upstart's gone!
It's been
2,000?
It's been paid off. Upstart?
Yeah. Okay, well, last time it was 2,000. Good.
What?
Glad that's gone.
That's been paid off for a while.
Timelines, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was 2,076, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
What'd you do? How'd you pay that off? With just minimums?
Yeah. Just
I mean, he just.
Okay.
the
Yeah,
minimums are pretty high. It's like $200 a month.
Yeah. Now, Megan, what is this? What's this Discover? This is a personal. Whose is this?
Is it Discover the loan or the Discover it?
It's no, just a Discover personal loan.
Okay.
Did I have this last time?
Yeah.
That's yours.
Okay.
Is that college?
No.
Not seeing
My
it in my
student
notes.
loans are. Is that at the bottom?
21.99. Is this your car?
No. Is it at the bottom of your list? Megan's personal loan, 5,000 something.
Oh, that must have been it. Yep, Megan's personal loan. It was just put out of order. That's okay. This is gone down from $5,412 to $5,138.69. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Okay.
minimum payments.
Payments. Now maybe this is the car.
Yeah, my car gets bundled because I have my bank accounts with it too.
Gone from 27,738 to 26,000. Haven't seen your progress yet. I'm really hoping it shows up somewhere. Okay. Well, what's the status of your family loan?
I still owe them that money. My sister
made a payment
and
at all?
dad.
It was 4,000 last time. Have you done anything?
Well, he paid me $1,000
Yeah,
back. That's
that's
included in that 4,000.
Okay.
So he's down to
it's
3,000 now.
Yeah.
Again, that is technically progress. Okay, Megan, the only thing you had left was the student loans. What's the number you owe?
It's still the same.
Okay, so
it's
to confirm, then you've only made negative. You've only
I
gone
guess
further
so.
into debt, and you made progress. So, to be honest, you seemed like the sane one. You seemed like the confused one. But you've done okay.
Yeah.
Mostly just minimums, but you made a little progress. You called and made a deal with Apple. Why the have you gone reverse? It's been 5-6
I know.
months. What are we doing?
It's just that one card that I used without really thinking.
But I saw
and
your dumbassery.
I know.
It wasn't just the cat. There was some stupid.
I know.
Okay, Ally looks okay.
Yeah, that's the house account.
Legends Marshall.
That's my son's karate school.
I know, but it is still money that you are spending that you do not have. SeatGeek, Venmoing out money. Oh, the statement is horrible. It's just, what the f*** is Hito.
HTO.
HTO? Mm-hmm. Lots of HTO. What the f*** is that? It's just endless
That's
HTO.
my daily addiction. It's bad.
Well, your
HTO.
debt's only gotten worse. Your
No,
addiction.
I know it's
What do you
bad.
think you are? You have a child. You've moved in. Torchies, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, tea, Taste of Asia. No, you're just blowing all your money. You're holding him back. He has a year to decide.
I guess he does.
And this is Amazon, Netflix. This is just crazy, dude.
well, we share
Amazon.
Netflix.
Congratulations. Do you share all your 50,000 teas in McDonald's? Salad and Go, Amazon. Come on, what are we doing? This is just so much bullshit spending. Salad and Go, Jersey Mike's, Brahms. It's just horrible, man. It's just horrible. Now, is this your balance in there? 26,000?
That's my car.
Ah, yeah.
I wish there was 26,000 in my. I know.
If you have
Start
no
food
overdrafts, but
prepping.
this is so stupid.
And eat the leftovers.
This is so stupid. What's in your checking account? This statement's horrible. This is a horrible bank. What's in your checking account?
Right now.
Yeah.
is, I think 1,800.
Okay. Ally, that's you?
That's the house account.
Shared?
That's what I turned.
You guys are sharing?
Yes, that's
Already?
Yes. That was one of my checking accounts that I turned into the house account. So we're both contributing money to that, and that's where the rent's getting paid, the electricity, the water, internet, whatever.
Good. So your account was just bullshit.
Yeah.
Thousands spent on bullshit. She's gone further into debt. That's unexcusable. I'm sorry. You come back on the follow-up channel. That's unexcusable.
I know it is.
He's made progress.
Yeah.
He's done things.
Yeah.
So chases you, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be bad too. Yeah.
After all that praise,
This may be worse than yours.
Oh, what is that one?
It's my checking account.
Oh, yeah.
I know when we schedule follow-ups, technically for entertaining, people like to see me die. So we like to prioritize those that I can yell at. But for sake, the median gas pays off $10,000 in 10 months. This could be you. What are you starting with a negative $108 in your checking account? Why?
Those loans are pretty much, they're like auto pay.
Apple bill, club fee. So stupid. I'm like, funny, yeah. We'll have good jabs. We'll have good back and forth in the main episode, but this is a follow-up. We had a plan. You have the resources. You took the budgeting class.
Yeah.
You took it. And it is the lowest refunded budgeting class in like the history of the internet. It is well below the average, because even though we give everyone no questions asked refunds. And guess what? You took that, and we know it's good. It's proven good. We worked with experts on all these, and yet you come back in here and you show me this in front of me? What are we doing? It's this bullshit going out to what is this, iron thing? But Hulu going and getting some bullshit, getting some bullshit, Starbucks, Legacy Barbers, Legends Concessions, Lone Star Cafe. Going and getting some bullshit. Jack in the Box, Chipotle, Shipley Donuts, Jack in the Box. So stupid. You had $170 just this statement. $170 of overdrafts. Almost $1,000 this year so far. What the guys?
I mean, we definitely need better discipline when it comes to this, to the ordering out and getting fast food and that type of stuff.
You have the tools.
Something.
You have the plan.
Yeah.
This is nothing. This is so beyond stupid.
Just want to get a little sweet treat every now and then.
Okay.
Okay.
You think that's cute, dude? That's
no, it's really we do need to get better disciplined with this stuff. But since we've been moved in together, listen. Because all these statements are from prior to moving in. Because I know on his,
was that May?
Yes, because I know on his it shows the move-in costs for the apartment. It shows where I paid, to be even, I paid the rent in his old apartment the time that I was living there. So I paid the rent for there. He paid the moving costs for the new place. So since we've been living at the new one now, we've been alternating buying groceries. So
I bought groceries last time.
Mm-hmm. He bought groceries last week. It was $300.
What does this mean? What are we even trying to say?
Meaning we're grocery shopping more now.
Guys, you've had 5 months.
And
congratulations. 2 weeks before coming on the follow-up, you've done something. I'm sorry. I'm not wasting my time on this. You have the resources. You have the plan. This is all just your actions. This is a joke, and it is beyond upsetting.
It's not a joke.
What you are bringing to me is a joke, and how you've behaved over 5 months is a joke. Change your behavior 2 weeks before you come on the follow-up show is a joke.
I think it's just hard because I think it's a matter of convenience.
It's just hard?
No,
I saw your spending.
I know, but I'm saying when we're in the middle of moving and everything, and, when I'm driving from, where he was before to a different town to get my son to school, and then I have to drive to work, which is a triangle, and then bring my son. I know, okay.
You're just spending all your money on food. Shut the up.
Because
I'm sorry.
I don't have time at the end of the day when I get home from work and I bring
absolutely.
my son.
How many?
Up
Do you have time on the weekends?
Yeah.
Meal prep. Warm them up.
Okay.
Pack your. Come on. Listen. I would get it. I'd get it. And it is stressful and it's hard and it's not as convenient. And guess what? Dopamine release of food. It feels good for the kid. I get that. I can associate with that. Guess what? Other people have made this sacrifice. Are you the only ones in the world who can't?
No, I'm not saying that.
Then what are we doing?
can't.
Then what is that excuse? That is a bullshit excuse. You can, if you sacrifice. It is not hard, or it is not necessarily easy. It's not certainly as easy, and it doesn't feel as good, and it's nice to spoil the kid. I get that.
Yeah.
But this is for your future. You've only gotten worse.
Yeah.
And you were the sane one. You've only gotten worse. So you've done better, but you're still overdrafting like crazy and spending money that you shouldn't. And it's only your minimum monthly payments that have gotten you better. You just didn't go further into debt. Except you actually did, because I forgot since the beginning of the conversation he broke his lease. So all his debt's been negated. So I'm sorry, guys. What do I say from here? You already know what to do. We've been through this. This is supposed to be a celebration.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that one credit card wasn't the greatest, and I went up on it, the one that's at the 1800. But it's like, when I look at my budgeting app, I've spent less in going out to eat. I know there's still, you see HTO
if you
for $3 every day.
overspend and you're still,
but I'm not.
But you're overspending less than you did before. You're not doing well.
But according to my budget,
and where's the money going?
Before, just let me finish. I was spending $400 or $500 a month in eating out, and I think it was last month I was at like $220.
I don't give a if you're still overspending.
But I'm putting towards like my credit cards to pay them down.
No, not anything other than the minimums. We just got.
There was one that I paid off. There was one I paid off and I closed. I balance transferred one to zero interest.
You paid balance transfers nothing. That is, you clicked a couple buttons. Do not pretend like that is something we're celebrating.
I get that, but interest was going to
start.
You
paid off $900 on a card and then you spent $1,600 on another card. So it's like. That's just, it just moves the needle. Okay. You haven't done anything. And I can't allow you to think you've done something. Because if you actually think what you have done is progress, even though you've actually only gone in more debt, then you're never going to get out of debt. I cannot let you have that mental delusion.
I had $900 on a credit card that he paid me back $1,000, and I took that $100.
That's how she did it.
I mean, it was money.
Actions.
But it was money that was owed to me anyways.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't even your own budgeting. Oh, dude, you shouldn't have said that. Okay, you shouldn't have said that.
I mean,
what? What possibly? You can't try to defend this.
If it would have gotten paid off one way or another. I don't.
Not according to literally every single other card, especially some of them that went up and then you balance transferred other ones. Do you have any example of that being the case?
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
You can be sassy and give up on that, but you don't have to defend this. This isn't something you have to defend. I don't give a
No.
They've only gotten worse.
Okay.
And it would be bad for me to sit here and say congratulations for getting worse, or to allow you to have this mental delusion that you do. It's not to make you feel bad, but I'm not going to let you completely be just so beyond incorrect on this. Or else you're just going to f*** your life even more. You have the classes, you have the resources, you know what to do. So here's what to do. Here's the action plan. Follow the budget we made last time. It's even less this time because now rent's cheaper because you're sharing rent. Budget it out. You can spend $300 per person on food. Actually, the more people you get, the cheaper it gets. Use the budget-friendly cookbook. It's just, guys, this is also easy. It's easy in terms of you know what to do. Actually, executing can be hard because you're getting less of the insta dopamines and you're having to say no to the kid. That is more difficult, okay? We're not going to every little concert. So
this is a good one.
These are sacrifices. These are big fights. And you have to get it through, but I'm incredibly disappointed. Come back on another 5 months, but you need to see progress or else I'm cutting off. Good luck. If you don't want to be like guests on this show, join DollarWise Central. Just one low cost to get access to all of our educational programs and the premium version of our app. Or you could just download the budgeting app and you can get the free trial. Sign up for the annual version if you want our budget-friendly cookbook that can't be purchased anywhere else. I'll sign it and mail it directly to you. Until then, and hammer financial score. Off.